A 69-year-old man in Yishun is on trial over something that sounds ordinary on its own, singing and banging cans. But the key issue is not simply how much noise he made. It is whether he deliberately did something that a court protection order had already told him not to do. Hung Chu-wai is contesting a charge of breaching an expedited protection order involving his neighbors, a married couple living at Yishun Street 51. The couple said they first got to know Hung in late 2022 and initially had a friendly relationship with him. But they alleged that things later deteriorated, with repeated harassment continuing through 2025. They eventually engaged lawyers to send Hung a cease and desist letter. When they said the behavior continued, they applied for an expedited protection order. The order was granted on January 12, 2026, and took effect a week later. Among its restrictions, Hung was not to deliberately make loud noises near the couple's flat. Then came February 5th. The husband told the court that when he returned from work at about 5:35 p.m., Hung saw him and began loudly banging cans and singing. He said the noise continued even after he entered his home. The prosecution played video clips in court where metal banging and singing or chanting could be heard. The alleged episode lasted about 11 minutes. Hung disputes the accusation. He said he was simply cleaning his cans and clearing his belongings as usual. He also questioned whether he had been properly served with a protection order, although the prosecution says it has CCTV footage and signed proof of service. This is where the case becomes more important than a simple neighbor noise dispute. Normally, singing during the day is not automatically wrongdoing. But once a court order specifically restricts deliberate loud noise near a particular home, the legal question changes. The court must consider whether the conduct breached that order, not merely whether somebody had the general freedom to sing. The couple also alleged a wider pattern involving liquid being poured outside their flat, litter being left nearby, and metal objects being struck. Hung faces other related charges, although those have been temporarily stood down while this trial proceeds. The husband told the court that he and his wife felt so unsafe that they had considered leaving their matrimonial home and moving back with his parents. That shows why prolonged neighbor disputes can become serious. In a dense HDB environment, the common corridor is shared space, and repeated conflict can affect someone's sense of safety even without a direct confrontation. Hung said the two sides later attended mediation on March 27th, and the protection order was withdrawn after the dispute was resolved. But that does not automatically settle the allegation over what happened while the order was still in force. The trial is continuing. If convicted of breaching the expedited protection order, Hung could face up to 6 months in jail, a fine of up to $5,000, or both. So, where should the line be drawn between a person's freedom inside a shared residential environment and a neighbor's right to feel safe at home? Share your view below. And for more Singapore stories explained clearly and fairly, like, share, and subscribe to 2230.